All right, everyone. We have some sage advice from one Sir Anthony Hopkins, actually. His advice, get on with it and stop complaining. Apparently, he was diagnosed some years ago with Asperger's syndrome, and so he prefers to be more or less isolated. He doesn't really do the society thing. I think I can understand. Yeah, it's best to do things alone. If you want something done right, do it yourself. And you have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. If you get sucked into a whirlwind of complaining about the situation, that's much less helpful than doing something about the situation. This is sort of a dovetail to the video that I made the other day, actually, on, positive thinking. If you simply think that you can do something, if you admit to the fact that you are capable of doing it, then things become a lot more clear. Things become a lot better. Because again, if you go in with a positive attitude, it does not necessitate success. You may fail, but if you go in with a negative attitude, like as not, you're probably going to fail. And so there's a difference of attitude within these two sort of ways forward that you can take in your life. If you end up, slinking into bed, you're depressed, something went wrong, and you just lay there and complain about it and make up excuses as to why you can't do something, well, you've already told yourself that you can't do it. It's impossible for you to proceed. I mean, only by happenstance will you succeed at all, and that'll be because of some third party or some miraculous intervention. It won't be because of your own effort. And so in the end, you profit less as a result of this, spiritually, mentally, and physically, by the way, as well. The best thing to do is just say, you know what, I can do this. Yeah, I might fail 5,000 times, but maybe on the 5,000th and first time, I actually succeeded. When people have that sort of grit, that sort of attitude, they tend to be more of a success than other people. I'll use myself as an example briefly. I never expected to succeed. And for several years, I told myself I couldn't succeed. I was depressed. I was anhedonic. This is post-overdose, of course. I felt like I had been a miserable failure at life. I felt like I would never accomplish anything. Well, look at me now. This was through grit, my own effort, and partially through happenstance, partially through other people supporting me, and being in the right place at the right time. Part of it is chance, honestly. You're in the right place at the right time with the right idea, and then you make it rich. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but you still got a great idea, and you fail. It doesn't work because it's simply out of place. This happens all of the time, especially within the entertainment industry and the infotainment industry, by the way, as well. I've seen plenty of people with sheer amounts of talent that never really make it, either because they didn't put in the effort, even though they're talented, they just didn't work hard enough at it, or because they were out of place, out of time. You're out of touch, you're out of time. Hall & Oates, great song. Wonderful one from the Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I remember listening to that while I was mowing people down as a child. It was a fun time, let me tell you. Driving over biker gangers and stuff like that. It was funny. Anthony Hopkins is fundamentally right, though. All you have to do is say, look, things are the way that they are. I can change them, but I've got to actually try to change them. Just get to work. Just do whatever you have to do. You have talents. Every single person who sees this video, you have at least one major talent. There's nobody who doesn't. Maybe you're an idiot savant. You're like, well, I can never paint a painting, but you can paint literally a skyline from memory, like that one dude who painted the entire New York City skyline. He's an almost nonverbal autistic savant, but he's got that major talent. You do too. You simply have to admit that you have the talent, and then you have to go with it, and you have to roll with the punches, by the way, too, because life is a long, lonely road, actually, for the most part. You're going to have to do it yourself. This is the problem of socialism, too. It even bleeds over into politics. People that are expecting to be kept on life support instead of, building up their own life, so to speak. That's the problem of left-wing economics. It's basically the same principle. It's just economic in nature. It's the same principle. It's the same thing. Anthony Hopkins is fundamentally right. Don't complain about your situation. Change it. And if you think that you don't have the ability to change it, then change your mind first. Say, yes, I can change this situation. Is it hard? Yeah. Doesn't mean it's impossible. Is it unpleasant? Maybe. Does that mean that I can't go through this and find something more pleasant on the other end? Yeah, I can actually. This is sage advice. Yeah, from one of the wisest people in the entertainment industry, by the way. He seems to be a fairly measured individual, as opposed to many of them. He even writes his own symphonies and stuff like that. Very multi-talented character. Actually, he almost approaches in real life the intellectual level of Hannibal Lecter, which is actually pretty funny, although I don't think that he eats people with fava beans and a Chianti. I think that he has other tastes. It'd be funny to see Anthony Hopkins at a restaurant and he's just getting like the General Tso's chicken and stuff like that. I imagine that people come up, this is probably part of why he's a little bit antisocial. People probably come up to him in public and make like references to the food that he's eating when he's in a restaurant. Oh, is that human meat? Ha ha ha. Yeah, they find it funny. I think that it gets a little bit old for him at some point. I know the feel. Get on with it. Stop complaining. If you complain about something, if you identify a problem, try to tackle it. Think outside the box and figure out a way to take care of it. I have this problem within the socio-political realm with people who are talking about like declining white birth rates. And I'm like, sex is easy to have. It is physically possible. You will even find people, again, and this mystifies me and confuses me and it pisses me off. I will tell people who say, well, the white race is going to disappear. I'm like, okay, well then go fuck. Have more white babies. That's a fairly obvious solution. Oh, no, no, I can't do that. Why? You're unable to put your penis in a vagina? Is it really that difficult for you? What are you telling me something else is up? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You complain about something, but then you don't do anything to ameliorate it, whether it's an individual situation, so your job, your love life, something like that, or whether it's more of a collective. So it's like, hey, there's a racial problem, a societal issue, a civic issue, something like that. People will make excuses as to why they can't do anything about it. They feel small and low. Well, that's not the way forward. The way forward is to think of yourself as big and powerful and then go forth that way. Again, you may shoot for the stars and only hit the moon, but you've still gotten to the moon. And that's this is something that people really need to ingrain in themselves. Don't just listen to the words that I'm saying or what Anthony Hopkins is saying or what anyone else who's telling you you can do it is saying. Don't just listen to it, imbibe it, live it, make it part of your life. Be like, I'm gonna die someday anyway. Let's see how far I can push this fucking body. That's the way to do it, and it makes you a lot more positive in the process, by the way. It feels a lot better as opposed to sitting in bed, scarfing down ice cream and crying to yourself. It's not helping you, and it's not helping society, and it's not helping anyone around you or anyone else in general. It is completely unhelpful. Stop the complaining and go fucking do it. That's all you have to do. That's about all. Peace out.